Welcome to Wisdom 101. Every person God created, whether you have accepted Him as being born again or not, every person created carries within them a seed of greatness. Every person carries within them a business. Somebody says, I'm a child of God. Do you understand what that means to be a child of God? Because the first picture God gives us is that of a creator. Who are the people right now whom we call truly successful? People who have created. So, Christians love to pray, love to be in church, love to become spiritual. Instead of using, do you know that a Christian was supposed to be the most powerful being? Because what you call prayer brings you at the platform where you can dialogue with God. Work is given to you because you are highly skilled. And when you don't have skill, people don't give you work. So when you hear people saying, oh, there are no jobs, no one is hiring, what they are actually telling you to say, I am skillless, I have no ability, I have not developed myself, I have nothing. I just went to school. And welcome to Wisdom 101. There's a question. If you are not studious, you are not good into studying, can that affect your success? Most definitely. Anything you're going to be successful in, it's going to be something that you are deep in. You will not succeed in anything that you are shallow in. Anything where you say, oh, this I'm successful as an accountant, you must have deep knowledge, deep training, deep understanding of accountancy. Oh, I'm having the best time of my life in my relationship. You must have deep knowledge, deep insight about how to relate, how to communicate, how to love, how to care, how to have values. Anything you're going to be successful in, you need to have depth of knowledge. You cannot separate knowledge from success. Why? Anything that you're going to be successful in, it will be based on the type of knowledge you have. Practical example, you are here right now studying in an area. You've chosen a career path. And the career path you've chosen is giving you knowledge, exposure. It's giving you understanding in that field concerning that area. Guess what? From all the study that you do and all the practicals and the internships that you do, by the time you finish what you're doing here, you'll be able to work in that field. So your success in the field is based on the knowledge that you have. The mistake people have made is this. You know, sometimes the laws of success are in front of us, but we don't see them. What do I mean? In life, we never moved except we went for knowledge. You never went to grade 1. Okay, kulivena ngwana jumpila preschool. When I'm grade 1. But grade 1 to grade 2, you had to get knowledge first in that area. You had to clear, pass. Then you went to grade 2, the other grade. Based on the knowledge that you had and what you could do with it, it determined whether you're going to go into the next level or attend the next thing. Hear me, knowledge is too important if you're going to become successful. Last week, I started talking about something about a young man. I said, a young man is supposed to be knowledgeable. The depth of knowledge that you carry as a young person must be so much. Do you know that right now, if you only have one skill set, you are going to suffer in life? You've chosen a career path and that's the only thing you know. You'll be very limited. You will actually be very narrow-minded in life. Why? The level of competence that is required now for you to be effective, you need to be multi-gifted, you need to be multi-skilled. Right now, you can't have one skill and expect to make it. Why? Because of the time we are living in. We are living in a time where there is so much knowledge, there is so much information. So for you to just have one skill, you've heard me say this. You need to be highly skilled and very deep in one area, but you need to be broad. You remember me saying that? Why do I keep telling people that? You being deep in one area makes you become a specialist, makes you become the best, makes you become outstanding. But you being broad makes you work in any environment, makes you adapt in any situation, makes you learn new skills to move with the current change of time. They are saying knowledge is changing every 6 months to 1 year. Knowledge right now is changing every 6 months to 1 year. Knowledge is changing. Meaning if you don't constantly grow and change the knowledge that you have, guess what? You become irrelevant. That's why everyone today who just has one single skill, forget, they'll suffer in life. I guarantee you, they'll suffer in life. They'll be very much limited in life. Why? The level of knowledge that they have. If you are going to become successful, I would encourage you, go for books. Don't go for learning only like what you are learning here. Listen, I have done 5 years training. I did 2 years at Barak Bible Training Center. I went at Rhema in South Africa and I did 3 years there. So I've done 5 years of training, if you're talking about knowledge, education, in my field. But do you know that the training I've done for 5 years cannot compare to the knowledge that I have in my personal library? Why? Schooling, tell somebody, say there's a difference between schooling and being educated. Tell somebody, schooling teaches you how to get education. So what we did from grade 1 to grade 12 was so that we can now be ready to learn anything we want to learn in our field. So we went to school to learn how to study, read, comprehension, write, how to interpret, this, how to understand, how to judge. We learned all that for one purpose only, so that now we can go and study what we want to become and what we want to do. The problem is this: when you're in a college, a university like here, and you don't study beyond what they give you here, you'll be limited. Very limited. Why? Number one, starting from the entire hierarchy of the school. Everything that you're getting there, if that's the only thing that you're getting, you'll be very much limited. Let me show you something that is said about Jesus. We'll look at Joshua 1:8 before we go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 11. But I want you to see, this is what was said about Jesus. John chapter 7. You need to go into knowledge. Hey, you need to go into books. Actually, if there is something that you can start doing by yourself. I remember the first time Pastor Jelomi were in South Africa, I think it was 2005. Pastor Jelomi told me to say, Wezi, I want to see your books. Show me what you have in your library. John chapter 7, verse 15. John chapter 7, verse 15. Just write that down. John chapter 7, verse 15. He asked me to say, Wezi, show me the books that you have. And you know, I felt good because I had been buying some books then. But imagine, all the books that I had were Christian books. So if you come to my smoker library that I had on a corner, I had built it on the corner. I remember Good Morning Holy Spirit was there. Some books by T.D. Jakes were there. I had books.